Over the weekend, tons of new updates have come out regarding Collargate, as evidence has emerged showing possibly multiple instances of Hassan using a shock collar on Kaya, his dog, along with Hassan giving various other reasons for what he was actually doing in the infamous viral clip, such as reaching for his ZYNs or possibly pressing the gate button that he has on his desk. Some of Hassan's fans argue that these clips show nothing nefarious, and that Kaya's movements and adjustments are common and she does it all the time. I'll show you the arguments and clips and let you be the judge. There's a ton to get into, so let's just jump into it. Welcome to the internet versus Collargate, part 4. It starts when Cadenza posts this on the Hassan Twitter community with the caption, "Hassan reveals what he was actually reaching for in the viral clip where people think he's shocking his dog," attaching this clip.
What were you reaching for in the clip? What do you think? That's where all my fucking ZYN Tins are.
And Sock replies, "If he's ever reaching for anything, my immediate thought is a ZYN pack." Blasted Turkey Sausage then tweets out this clip with the caption, "Hassan Piker lied and claimed he was reaching for a ZYN and not the shock collar remote, but the footage does not show him ever putting a ZYN into his mouth."
What were you reaching for in the clip? What do you think? That's where all my fucking ZYN Tins are. Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop. Jesus Christ, you're a baby. It's just, you're stressed. She literally is so incredibly from my mom. No, she's like, she's not fucking grown now. She's like, when I was on. And she's literally got the same structure. What I did. I guess I'll just I hate you so much. I was saying. Sorry, I'm supposed to be a fire. Yeah, I'm not just fucking go.
And Drago's Plant says, "So is he saying he didn't even use the vibration either? This guy's so stupid." Maximum Powell posts on the Livestream Fail subreddit, "We're not freeing her," day before incident, attaching this clip.
Did you see what Austin is saying and doing in your house? No, but I assume it's annoying. I assume it's like he threw trash everywhere or something, because a lot of people are saying, someone's been a bad girl in my absence, by the way, and you can tell because she's like literally fucking crying. She's not used to place because while I was gone, she got to free roam like a cow the entire day. I don't know if she actually got a decent amount of workout this morning or not, but oh, okay. She did go to the park apparently, and she's still being a baby, it seems. No, we're not freeing her. She needs to get used to it. She needs to get used to the structure that she had in her life once again. Okay.
And Polsh7 replies, "She got to free roam like a cow. This man is fucking insane. A dog being allowed to move around in a safe manner is not a spoiled, poorly behaved dog. What would Hassan think of a human being told that moving off of a platform is a luxury?" And the alternate replies, "Yeah, this boggles my mind. It is normal for dogs to have a free roam area." And at Jelly55 Placebo says, "My dog can roam the entire house and garden at all hours, and I still feel bad that he can't have more space for zoomies, and I take him to a deserted military field island. No mimes or barbed wire or anything like that. It was deserted in the 1800s almost every day, and even then I feel a little bad that I can't take him to run in the forest as much anymore due to my health. This fucker has no idea how happy can a dog be and how much it grows their personality to simulate them properly." And Slay Queenatron says, "What is wrong with free roaming like a cow? Cows are in paddocks like a Kaya in a house with walls and doors. They can't get out. They just eat and drink water. Any future girlfriends/wives seriously need to keep their eyes open to the extreme level of control freakishness with this dude." And Domestic Cat replies, "What most people don't know either is that Kaya is a Tibetan Mastiff, a breed that is supposed to be roaming and guarding big yards and plots of land. The breed is kept mostly outside at all times, so the fact that she's confined to this tiny room and space for hours just for the stream is absolutely animal cruelty, but to her breed especially. It's disgusting how there's people actually defending Hassan when he's so obviously uses her as a prop for the stream, and anytime she steps out of her spot, she gets corrected. Forget about the shock collar incidents, even without it. The fact that he keeps her in the same spot for hours and doesn't let her roam is cruelty enough." And 3 Pounds of Flax replies, "I'm terrified terrified for that poor dog. He is 100% blaming her off camera for all of this. His pathological narcissism will never let it register that he could be wrong. He is definitely taking it out on her when nobody is watching. Red Eyes Gold Dragon also posted this clip with a caption, Hassan reaches over and suddenly Kaya, his dog, repositions in her bed after he looks to his second monitor. Clip of before the incidents.
A commemorative mug I got from England. Commemorative mug I got from England specifically for.
And White Hog replies with this edited image of Kaya and Hassan. And The Lie We Live says, this whole situation is sad, but the memes are fire. And Eternal Reward says, I don't know. I find them to be pretty shocking. Hostic says, disgusting. That dog has no care for cinematography or stream quality. Makes me fucking sick. And Turd Henry says, Kaya deserved October 7th. And Newton Law replies, from the fridge to the tree, Kaya will be free. And Hevron says, Kaya is obviously a Chinese Chow Chow colonial settler, engaging in territorial expansionism. A Shopper of Buckets says, that dog is incredibly spoiled, don't forget. And Well Maybe says, just a quick reminder for the dog that there's a genocide happening. And Kona Yukini says, and stuff too, don't forget it. Yeet also tweets out Ethan Klein responding to the Instagram story with the caption, Ethan Klein comments on the second Collargate clip. And it's the clip we just watched with Ethan saying, on a separate occasion, you can see Hassan reaching for the shock button because Kaya was sitting in an uncued way. She immediately responds as soon as he reaches over, exactly the same as the original clip. He loses his train of thought and has to restart his sentence. You'd also posted this clip from Ethan's story with a caption, Ethan posts an edit of the two main Collargate clips, highlighting the similarities.
From Kaya, England. Please just fucking go, just stop. Commemorative mug I got from England specifically.
Tectone replies, I'm just being honest here. If you deny Hassan electrocuting his dog, you are just coping. Dan Saltman also posted the same clip we looked at, and Los Pollos quotes it by saying, this literally confirms the shock remote is next to him. He reaches for it, obviously hits the button, and the dog jumps up shocked. All that because they're not laying the right way? Are you fucking serious? What the fuck am I seeing? To his followers, he thinks you're dumb. He lies to you and expects you to believe it. And if you question/challenge it, you're labeled as a pro-Israel, neo-Nazi, MAGA, far-right, genocide denier, transphobic, Islamophobic, grifter. XQC quotes Dan Saltman by saying, bro thinks he's Zeus. Daka Daka quotes the clip by saying, holy shit, he has been doing it forever. The dog wasn't in the shot properly, so he shocked it. Kieran quotes the clip by saying, this is the same exact stream and he's literally talking about showing a mug he has and the noise is him putting it back. How fucking stupid are you people? And Dan replies, cup is on the wrong side. How does it feel to be that fake news you claim to care about? I know it must feel odd to know you're wrong and run with it. At least now you know that you are not immune to what you claim only others would fall for. Attaching this YouTube link to a Hassan VOD showing a couple seconds before. And Kieran replies, this is the same exact stream, not a complete different occurrence. Do you think he woke up one day and decided he was going to shock the shit out of his dog for fun on a single stream? And Dan replies, you have moved on from the noise being him putting his mug down, so you are okay with fake news when it suits you. Does it feel odd? Here's other occurrences, as far back as February. Awaiting more cold-like defense. After all, your streamer cannot be wrong. Attaching a tweet from Tectone, which we'll check out here in a moment. And Kieran replies, nobody moved points because all of yours are fucking stupid. I'm not watching every single clip you replied with because a rapist woman beater posted it, but they all look fine besides the tail pulling one. But even that isn't cancel worthy. You guys are just so desperate for a, and I would read the rest of this tweet, but it doesn't show up. The continuation of this tweet doesn't show up, so then we're just gonna move on. Dan replies, this is impressive. We just got the entire narcissist prayer in a few tweets. That didn't happen. And if it did, it was out of context. And if it wasn't, then it didn't matter. And if it did, you were just obsessed. To be fair, I should have just checked your October 7th tweets first. And it's Kieran quoting Elon Musk saying, sorry to see what's happened in Israel. I hope there can be peace one day. And Kieran saying, we need to get him gone. And Kieran says, had no idea who you were till I looked up tweets, and finding out your entire career as being a Zionist was probably the least surprising thing ever. Eid also tweets out the new clip with the mug included, and Chibi Reviews quotes it by saying, you're telling me Hassan has now been caught not once, but multiple times mistreating his dog Kaya, forcing her to lay down like a prop. How the fuck are people still defending him for obvious animal abuse? At best, he's forcing Kaya to lay down for hours without food or water to be a prop in the background. At worst, he's shocking her for literally wanting to stretch her legs. Context, Hassan's arm always reaches over like that, and the dog quickly lays back down. It's assumed he is using the shock collar button near him. Over on Hassan Piker, Bingo Bango posted this clip with the caption, Disinfo Tracker on X has exposed the new shock hoax video as a lie.
From England. Commemorative mug I got from England. A commemorative mug I got from England. commemorative mug I got from England, specifically. At the time when she was working at the Daily Wire, she got fired from the Daily Wire, not due to her anti-Semitism, but due to her anti-Israel position. Because after the culmination of atrocities for 75 fucking years, then you are basically, once again, unacceptable for them. So, you know, you have to ask, like, who is this for? And I guess maybe it's for the squishy liberals. Crazy. I feel like I'm watching a totally different news broadcast and not Morning fucking Joe. Yeah, this is Jonathan Greenblatt's favorite audience.
Died defending his kibbutz. His body is one of those being held in Gaza.
This barbarism, this hatred that just flowed in uncontrollably. This was, it really.
And Hod Todd replies, so they've twisted it to where now anytime she moves like that, he shocks her. I'm not kidding, they're all on Twitter and LSF giving each other shared hallucinations. And Seraph replies, I mean, it is a bot army, that is just how they're gonna act. Hive mind and all. This is exactly what Israel's investment in social media companies was inevitably going to lead to. Which is maybe my own paranoia, but I see all of this and it seems so obviously coordinated by someone bigger than D or E. And Sarah says, yeah, you can tell because all the comments in these posts are just like empty. Like they don't make any points or arguments, they're just like, wow, I can't believe Hassan would do this. And it does not look like how usual comment sections behave when discussing events. Even slop or weird drama. It literally doesn't seem like humans making the replies. Mike says, yep, they got too comfortable with this, now making actionable defamatory statements. They picked the one time she repositions herself like that when he moves his hand. 99% of the other Kaya movements, his hand isn't reaching for anything. And Venom says, I know it'd be costly and dirty as hell, but someone has to bankrupt these bad faith actors with lawsuits. Take everything from them if you can. And Troy Bet in the morning says, I feel like E has been trying to bait Hassan into a lawsuit, but he just wants to use that to get content. It'll boost his views. Plus, it's a chance to drag Hassan into the dirt with him. And Result Saving says, I think it's better to wait until someone else is suing him, and then you can offer an affidavit or depo about how they suck ass. Over on LSF, a Top Boy posts this clip with the caption, another suspicious clip has hit the timeline.
Absolute garbage. Did you compare this to the Japanese airport experience? Yeah, the Japanese airport experience is like everything works, everything is fast. Kaya, place.
Grabs the thing.
Get back there. What is this? Don't worry.
I mean that's 100% right. This one's kind of hard because it's like she's not in frame, you know. So maybe her being in frame is like a new thing. I just don't really. Oh, there you go. Now she's in frame. He adjusted his position to put her in frame. Now, this is useful information.
Yeah, here, drop it and cancer. A lot of they go
even deeper. What they found is that Politico, over several years, has gotten $44,000 from USAID for subscriptions. Now, Politico.
Okay, switches. Okay, so he's got a different scene to get her in frame. All right. So that's obviously something that is like on his mind.
Lily Puff replies to this image showing Kaya and her bed as Palestine and Hassan as Israel. And Mammoth Cold replies, I love this one the most because it definitely pisses him off the most to see. And Sticky Paw says, probably not. No way the lying hypocritical scumbag actually gives a shit about any cause. Horror Comment says, bro, it gets worse and worse. He comes off so annoyed at her not instantaneously going back to her spot. And Cressu says, people are accusing Hassan and undoing the dog's training, which he has been doing for all these years. It is LSF fault on this one. The dog standing 3 inches away from the spot clearly warrants extreme punishment according to the manual. And Miserable Alfalfa says, honestly, nuke Kaya. She basically created Israel. Gito.a posts a clip on the livestream fail subreddit, which is now removed, and it's an interaction between Hassan and Kaya with AustinShow. Here is that clip.
My niece said they all say gay now and the R word. I'm shook. Wait, what do you mean? That's never stopped. That was the case when we were young too. Hey, out. Place. Kaya, place. Go. No, place. Enough of this madness. Look, People have never stopped saying gay and R word. It went away, then it came back. Really? It went away?
Dragonfruit Worm replies, enough of this madness, bro. She just walks around. And John Solomon says, Kaya does nothing. You morally bankrupt dog. There's no end to your depravity. And Renren says, walking? Well, there's a genocide in Gaza? Thunderragger the dog. Okay Temperature says, what is my purpose? To sit in one place and be a stream background prop. Yeet also posts Ethan Klein responding with the caption, Ethan Klein comments on the new Collargate clip. And it's the clip we just watched with the Austin Show and him replying saying, Austin Show has witnessed the shocking in person. Hassan continues to lie about what happened, which is going to force his friends, like Austin, into an incredibly unfair situation where they are forced to continue to lie for Hassan. It's a shame, but Austin rightfully deserves to be criticized for helping cover this up. Ogre Boy also tweets out the Austin Show clip and captions it by saying, fuck these people. This one is really bad, guys. You can hear multiple button presses, except it's not a button. It's fucking Austin popping and chewing on his gum. You can hear it and see it in sync with his jaw every time he's lined up to the mic because of the noise gates. You can even hear it before he tells Kaya plays. Attaching this clip.
My niece said they all say gay now and the R word. I'm shook. Wait, what do you mean? That's never stopped. That was the case when we were young too. Hey, out. Place. Kaya, place. Go. Go. No, place. Enough of this madness. Look, people have never stopped saying gay and R word. It went away, then it came back. Really? It went away?
Fringe Point posted this clip on the livestream subreddit. She now knows to sit in place for hours on end.
And also, one of the parts of this training is also supposed to put her, like, we're using the elevated bed, as you guys can see. And one of the things with the elevated bed is that she has a leash on right now on the elevated bed, so she can't like really get off of it. So she now knows to sit in place for hours and hours on end.
And IWNFKDWNJS says, this goes directly against all of his fans' arguments that the dog doesn't stay in one place for hours and hours on end, Lamau. An Abject Officer replies, and that she wants to stay in place for hours on end. I've seen she doesn't stay in place for hours on end, but if she does, it's because she wants to. Is that why he has her tethered and shocks her when she tries to move? And some type of way replies, Akayu would never dare move from that spot when there's a genocide going on. Intelligent Top says, dogs aren't supposed to sit for hours in the same spot and not move. And Platian says, it's for her joints. Escape Sober says, everyone knows keeping your joints in one position for hours on end is great. Ask any American in a mobility scooter. He tweets out this clip with the caption, Mizkif ponders why streamers who usually give their opinions are quiet on Collargate.
I do think Hassan shocked the dog. I don't really know how you could say he didn't shock the dog at this point. I don't know what other answer you could possibly give besides he shocked the dog. I will say this though, I think it's interesting that a lot of streamers out there are not saying a single fucking word about this entire thing and not talking about it, when I know damn well that if it was me or someone else, they would be tweeting about it nonstop saying that I should be banned or other streamers should be banned. But instead, a lot of content creators are keeping their mouths shut and won't say shit. But I know damn well if it was me, even without bias or facts, they would be all on my ass or other streamers and shitting on them, tweeting about it because they know that they have nothing to gain from me. It's the truth. Like, I don't expect Hassan's friends to all talk about this. I'm not expecting that every streamer needs to give their opinion, right? If you don't give your opinion on things a lot of times, like, I don't expect Wake to talk about this, okay? Wake doesn't give his opinions on things like that all the time. He watches documentaries. What bothers me is there's creators out there that seemingly give their opinions to every single thing that happens in the entire world, every single streamer thing, tweets about them, shits on them, but then when it comes to Hassan or some other streamers, they keep their mouths fucking shut. They don't say shit, and then they just go on and move on like nothing happened when it's something like this. And that's what fucking bothers me.
Gato Fumardor replies, is Mizkif even relevant enough to have haters like that? And Hyogyo says, Kaya shouldn't be sitting around for 8 hours on stream and not moving. She needs stimulation and activity. Hassan still didn't explain why he yelled when she was only getting up. And Gato says, big dogs should obey commands when they're given. People who don't properly train their big dogs should be redacted, in my honest opinion. Tectone replies to the clip by saying, just say Ludwig. He's the only one who hasn't spoken out. Also, Miz pretending that he gets more hate than Hassan is insane. Fringe Point also posts a clip on the livestream fail subreddit subreddit. And YOLO McSwaglord 420MLG says, he knows damn well why. Hassan will use his influence to ostracize people from big groups and events if they talk against him. He will send his fans and orbiters to brigade anyone who dares criticize him. And J48U says, I don't think brigade is nearly a harsh enough term for what they do. The mod for Moist Critical Sub had to ban a new post about Hassan specifically because he feared for his life after interacting with them in DMs. He posted one of their usernames and it was an H3 Snark / Hassan acolyte. Godspeed, Miz. He tweets out this clip with the caption, Hassan says Collargate won't have any impact on his mainstream media favorability.
Do you think MSM will change their views on you after this? I feel like you were doing good making waves in MSM lately. No. No. If you noticed a lot of the outlets that have like covered this or attempted to cover this without any sort of consideration for like defamation or whatsoever, it's been like Fox News, New York Post, shit like that. And it's also so objectively untrue that it doesn't really matter, ultimately. I think it was Gutfeld that even covered it as well. The Hollywood Reporter covered the story, I know. And it's really funny because like they went to PETA, and PETA is like one of the most militant, like pro animal rights organizations out there. And it's really funny because it's like PETA is one of the most militant animal rights organizations. Hollywood Reporter didn't even ask me for it, for you know, my take on it or anything like that, which you're supposed to do. This like what journalism is supposed to do. That's what journalists are supposed to do. And it's interesting, they went directly to PETA, and then PETA fucking PETA straight up was like, he says he doesn't use one, and we really hope that is the case. Instead of just being like, yeah, he definitely uses one, we should kill him or whatever, which is what you would expect normally. But I think it's like low-key PETA's been an ally in the past as well.
iDubbbz also jumps into the situation when he tweets out this clip with the caption, iDubbbz defends Hassan Abi and Collargate.
No, it wasn't confirmed Hill Kid. It was confirmed that it was a fucking vibration collar, or that the dog had a vibration collar, not even that he used it. That's just what the dog has. Oh, thank you so much, Known Risk. Known Risk says, sometimes I worry about being online too much, but looking at all of this shit and realizing I never felt the need to have a parasocial online nemesis tells me I'm probably okay. Thanks for acting like a normal dude, Ian. Known Risk, it's fucking hard. I'm trying, but again, by engaging in it, you are automatically not being a very normal person.
And Ricky Berwick replies, God, I hate him. And over on I Miss the Old iDubbbz subreddit, Thompson EST posts, defending Hassan was the wrong call. By jumping to defend Hassan shocking his dog, they literally proved Ethan right. All it takes is one tweet of support, and it shows people your loyalty and support. And Mad replies, Shocktober 7th has blown up way more than any controversy about Ethan being a so-called Zionist. Now Hassan may still have the clout to weather the storm, but his hanger-ons don't, and will be royally fucked by this if they defend him and draw attention to themselves. And Kutrovsk says, I think the peak hasn't even hit yet. For comparison, what Hassan did is so many orders of magnitude worse than Alinity and her cat, and she has never and will never live it down. Hassan is going to be hearing about this shit for the rest of his life. Any debate, any argument, any issue, any drama. And Jamie says, Twitch emotes mocking Hassan have started to pop up, and it's breaching political / LA Twitch circles on YouTube. I think this is going to be a proper viral cultural moment. He also tweets out this clip with the caption, Frogan offers her thoughts on Collargate.
And then Hassan got canceled. For what? Or for Kaya? That's a disaster. I've been seeing that shit all over my timeline. But he cleared his name.
You want me to go and put a certain collar on my body and be like, this is wrong. This is it. Is that what you want me to do?
Dude, the whole shock collar thing was crazy.
It is. I couldn't even be on fucking Twitter today. Every post was about the shock collar gate.
Oh my god, the way
shock gate.
Whenever I see you on Saturday, or actually no, I'll tell you, I'll text you later. The shit I need to talk about certain people.
I already know who it is. I already know who it is, and I've already seen it.
And you already probably know what I'm gonna say.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I literally took a nap to like zone in because I was like, I literally could expose this person right fucking now. But I'm not going to. I'm gonna go to bed.
Tell them.
No, don't
say it.
I would. I just hate shitty people. But yeah, no, the Collargate is crazy.
It's so stupid.
What are your thoughts on shock collars?
I don't agree with them.
I don't
but
agree with
I
them
understand why
either.
I know why they exist. I would rather a shock collar than a prong collar. But they also make them that don't shock. They just vibrate.
It made me think of Jenna Marbles' pet dog. People are so annoying with drama.
I just know certain people actually killed their dog and they have like opinions about it. And I'm just like, you need to like relax.
I'm just like, I just think so many people are like just jumping on it. And I'm like, I don't know.
As someone who's bought a designer dog, you gotta flaunt that shit. You gotta flaunt a designer dog. You have to.
Well,
yeah. So that's my feelings on Shockgate. I don't want to say anymore because I'm like, this is.
I don't either. Like he debunked
God
it.
forbid somebody comes over and is like, oh, they there.
He literally debunked
okay.
it. He showed the fucking collar on stream. Like, what more can be done?
People are being like, he taped this area to hide something. I'm like, dumbasses.
And Brittany Venti replies, I'd be willing to watch if she were streaming from a treadmill. Madam Savvy says, girl, he is not going to fund your lawsuit. He isn't going to buy you dinner, but I can see why she'd defend animal abuse. StarCraft 2020 posts this clip on the LSF subreddit with the caption, Hassan says streamers have either defended him or are scared to do it publicly, except for Moist.
It's really sad because even streamers I thought you were friends with are saying you 100% did this. Who? Moist Critical? Is that who you're talking about? With the exception of him, I don't think any streamers are either legitimately fucking terrified. Streamers are either legitimately terrified of saying something, or like all of the people that have been around, all the people that have been around me are like, or have been around Kaya and myself, are looking at this being like, this is the most insane thing of all time. They keep fucking texting me and being like, Dean So Cool did today. Wait, what did he say? I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. It's also crazy knowing how much fundraising and charity you've done for local animal shelters. I know.
NC Region replies, that speaks volumes of your community that they feel afraid to have a take. And Fart Cloud McCuff says, remember when Ludwig made a video that had a one-sentence throwaway joke about streaming being the hardest job in the world without even naming Hassan, and then mysteriously not only edited out the joke, but also edited in a jab at Destiny for some reason after Hassan threw a tantrum and named sponsors over it? Dubverse Finest says, you can donate to animal shelters and still be a shitty animal owner. The two are not mutually exclusive, Lamau. His chat is literal brain rot and hangs on his every word like he can't, just lie about stuff. In some type of way says, it's like showing a picture of OJ and Nicole smiling together and saying, no way he could have been abusive. And Spare Plum replies, P. Diddy donated to a ton of charities and even opened up a school specifically for underprivileged kids in Harlem. Just because he donated to causes that helped kids doesn't mean he didn't abuse them. He'd also post this clip with the caption, Hassan talks about shock collar culture with dog trainers.
Like, they don't realize that even the e-collars that do shock are unironically used to train fucking like service dogs and shit. They think it's like dog abuse in general. That's part of the reason why so many trainers have come out and been like, you guys are wrong. Like, shock collars are not like tasing the dog. It's like a TENS machine. I have literally fucking shocked myself in the past. Like, so people are just like oblivious to that in general. So wait, hold up. Oh, we got a discount code that Jeremy sent me. Okay, I'm gonna have Jeremy Scahill on later today as well. Yes, thank you. Shock collars are not wrong. I mean, they can be used in a wrong way for sure. Stop saying they don't understand. Yeah, we use an e-collar on our hunting dog. I've shocked myself. It's for his safety when hunting. Like, people don't understand, because like a lot of people think that it's just, you're not supposed to train your dogs at all. You're just supposed to let them fucking roam, not realizing that like dogs need structure. They need to work. They need to be like very active. They need to get that out of their fucking system. And not only that, but also in an effort to train them, a lot of the, like, literally the disability dogs, the service dogs, get fucking e-collar trained with like a, what you would call a shock collar. What did Vanilla May say? Vanilla May say, hi, Kaya. Yeah, it's, so even like the most maximalist position that people think happened is not even a remotely controversial incident. It's just like, I was not even angry at Kai. I was just fucking angry at the situation of my internet being cut out. And I just had a fucking shitty moment. It is what it is. You know? It was something that I also recognize as well. It was just awful. They are wrong. The leading animal behavior organizations oppose them. You guys are spreading misinformation right now.
And Tectone replies, why is he so worried about the use of shock collars if he just said he didn't use one? And Melanie replies, she hurt herself, but if she didn't, it was a vibration collar. But if it wasn't, it didn't hurt that bad. And if it did, then she deserved it because she's spoiled. He tweets out this clip with the caption, Hassan expresses frustration with his haters making training Kaya harder.
Your haters want you to be reactive to the dog, which is the number one thing you don't do. Caesar Milano South Park literally had an episode about this. I know. My haters are causing me to be more reactive to my dog when she's being spoiled, and then train her in the opposite direction, train her into thinking that she can just like get my attention by crying in the background. Okay? Which is bad. But what are you going to do? Fuck it. I'll just destroy all of the training that I've worked very, very hard on to reinforce now that the entire internet thinks I'm fucking abusive unless I, let my dog do whatever she wants and then run the show like this. I have a good friend of mine that used to be Van's producer back in the day. Back when he was in the look, see, spot training is already failing because I already let her fucking. I already let her do whatever she wants now. See, this is how it works. Okay, she expands on the readily available confines. Okay, do you see that? Thank you, haters. You have successfully ruined. You have. I'm giving it to you. I'm giving you this dub. Dogs are like kids. They push boundaries. And then they. Earlier, I saw the romantic content creator touch their plants too hard, that they were abusing the plant. The internet is now full of concerned citizens. This controversy was like catnip. I know.
And Omar replies, she's doing whatever she wants now, and the dog is just standing there doing nothing. Nuxtaku says, Hassan abuses his dog. Hassan, haters are making my dog's life worse. Watkins says, I spent years inflicting pain on my dog every time she moved. Now my haters have made me nervous to continue inflicting that pain, thus making me worried my dog will start feeling it's acceptable to move around. My life is so hard. It's a Gundam replies, did he just admit to the allegations? George Alexopoulos says, he's the victim. Poor Hassan. You'd post this clip with the caption, Hassan claims that reaching UC in clips is most likely him pushing a dog gate button on his desk, causing Kaya to perk up.
Guys that don't even know Kaya's name, coming in here saying you abuser. I know. Can we just move on, please? Because the memes were funny in the first couple of days. But now the only people that still are like actively pushing it are people who are genuinely mentally ill, in the way that like anytime my fucking arm moves around or like I unlock the gate or some shit, like I do have a button on my desk for the gate, right? And I unlock the gate, and obviously if you have a dog, you know this already, when they hear that the gate is unlocked, they perk up. They're like, oh my God, he shocked her again. It's just, they are weird stalkers that are demonstrating their mental illness. And I think it's just, it is what it is. Bro, they are narrating your dog absolutely schizos. Yeah, it's cop brain. This is going to be a post on its own again. I know. Anytime I bring anything up, anytime I even address this, like people go fucking nutty over it. So I feel like I am giving it too much energy, I know. But like chatters also are like, oh, this happened, that happened, whatever. Genuine question, how do you deal with this level of psychosis directed towards you? I don't know. I'm fucking stubborn.
And Los Pollos quote tweets this clip by saying, updated list on what you are if you've questioned the dog being shocked. Pro-Israel, neo-Nazi, MAGA, far-right, genocide denier, transphobic, Islamophobic, grifter, racist, pedo, and now mentally ill, stalker, schizophrenic. Anything else? Wick TV quote tweets the clip by saying, the fact we're on explanation number 3, 4 makes it far harder to believe him. Was he reaching for a ZYN, or was he unlocking a gate? He said both. It seems to be he's just saying stuff, hoping something will stick. Grums quotes the clip by saying, Hassan could have avoided all of this, but by continuing to lie about it, it just gets worse and worse. Who believes that it was a gate button? Who pushes a gate button when the dog wants to go out, but then yells at the dog not to move? Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives Akiko, Salsal, Coldest Bandito, and Captain Crash Out. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you on the next episode.